We're at Wat Po, Reclining Buddha.
The Wat and the Reclining Buddha were built by King Rama III in 1832. The image of the dying reclining Buddha represents the entry of Buddha into nirvana and the end of all reincarnations. The posture of the Buddha image is the posture of a sleeping or reclining lion. The Buddha is 15 meters or 50 feet high and 46 meters or 150 feet long and is one of the largest Buddhist statues in Thailand. The soles of the feet of the Buddha are 3 meters or 10 feet high and 4.5 meters or 15 feet long and inlaid with mother of pearl. Wat Traimit, or Temple of the Golden Buddha, is a Theravada Buddhist temple located close to Bangkok's Chinatown. It's known for having the world's largest solid gold Buddhist statue, which is worth well over $300 million. This statue is carried a secret for hundreds of years. In 1955, during a ceremony to move the statue to the newly built Buddhist temple, during the final attempt to lift the statue from its pedestal with a crane, the ropes broke and the statue fell hard on the ground. Some of the plaster coating chipped off, allowing the gold surface underneath to be seen. When all the plaster was removed, it was found that the gold statue actually consisted of 9 parts that fit smoothly together. A key was also found encased in plaster at its base, which can be used to disassemble the statue, allowing for easier transportation. Wat Saket, the Golden Mount, is a beautiful Buddhist temple featuring a large golden chiti or pagoda at the top. The temple dates back to the Ayutthaya era, which lasted until 1767. When Bangkok became the capital, King Rama I renovated the temple and gave it its present name, which roughly translates as wash hair. It was believed that on his return from war, the king stopped to take a bath and wash his hair here before entering the inner city. On top of the temple is the chiti that enshrines the Buddha's relics received from India and Sri Lanka. The surrounding concrete walls were added in the 1940s to stop the hill from eroding. The modern Wat Saket was built in the early 20th century using Carrara marble. Wat Arun, which translates to Temple of Dawn, is one of Bangkok's most iconic Buddhist temples. The temple derives its name from the Indian Hindu god Aruna, or god of dawn, relating to the rising sun. Its distinctive Khmer-style tower, or prong, which is a spire or stupa-like pagoda, was built in the early 19th century during the reigns of Rama II and Rama III. The central prong is encrusted with colorful porcelain. The height is reported by different sources as between 219 feet and 282 feet high. The corners are surrounded by 4 smaller satellite prong. Around the base of the prong are various figures of ancient Chinese soldiers and animals. Over the second terrace are 4 statues of the Hindu god Indra riding on Erawan. The central prong is considered to have 3 symbolic levels. The base, indicating all realms of existence, the middle, which is the heaven where all desires are gratified, and the top, indicating 6 heavens within 7 realms of happiness. Perhaps the most important and most sacred building in the Grand Palace complex is the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, or Wat Phra Kaew. It's a royal chapel situated within the walls of the palace, and it has all the features of a temple except for living quarters for monks. The famed Emerald Buddha is kept within the grounds of this temple. Construction of the Ubasat, or ordination hall, began during the reign of Rama I in 1783. The exterior of the building is covered entirely in gilding and glass mosaic in a floral motif called kanak. The Buddha is just over 26 inches or 66 centimeters tall. The name Emerald Buddha comes from the color of the Buddha. It's most likely made from jadeite, not from emeralds. Only the king of Thailand is allowed to touch it. Wat Suthat is a royal Buddhist temple in Bangkok. Before we go inside the temple, this is the giant swing known as the Saw Ching Cha, a towering Hindu structure that stands in front of the temple. The swing itself was used for ceremonies that no longer take place in modern-day Thailand. One such ceremony involved young men trying to swing high enough to snatch a sack of gold attached to a pole about 75 feet from the ground. The ceremony was banned because of the number of deaths and injuries it caused. Construction on Wat Suthat was begun by King Rama I in 1807, but the temple was not completed until the reign of King Rama III in 1847 or 1848. The principal Buddha image, Phrasi Sakamuni, is enshrined in the Vihara. The Phrasi Sakamuni is an 8-meter tall bronze Buddha image. It was cast in the ancient city of Sukhothai some 800 years ago and was brought over to Bangkok from an abandoned temple in Sukhothai by riverboat. The walls of the Viharan contain beautiful mural paintings telling the stories of the previous lives of the Lord Buddha. This is Phra Buddha Trolokashe, located in the Ubasat, or ordination hall. Wat Rarchanatdaram, meaning Temple of the Royal Niece, was built to the order of King Rama III for his granddaughter in 1846. It is known as Loha Prasat, literally meaning the iron palace or metal castle. The 37 spires of the temple have a metallic finish, giving the entire structure a metal-like look. The 37 spires represent the 37 factors of enlightenment in Buddhism. Although the structure was conceived in 1846 during the reign of King Rama III, it was not completed during his reign. In fact, it was only in 1960, under Rama IX, that construction was restarted. In 1995, a Buddha relic was enshrined at the uppermost spire of the Loha Prasat. In 2007, it was open to the public. The Loha Prasat is based on an old Buddhist design and is modeled after two earlier similar structures in India and Sri Lanka, both of which no longer exist. Wat Benchamaphobit Dusitwanaram, the marble temple, began construction in 1899 at the request of King Rama V after building his palace nearby. The temple's name literally means the temple of the fifth king located near Dusit Palace. It was designed by the king's half-brother and is built of Italian marble. It features Carrara marble pillars, a marble courtyard, and two large lions guarding the entrance to the building. Inside the ordination hall, or Ubasat, is a Sukhothai-style Buddha statue cast in 1920. The ashes of King Rama V are buried beneath the statue. The interiors are decorated with crossbeams of lacquer and gold, and in shallow niches in the walls are paintings of important stupas all over Thailand. The cloister around the assembly hall houses 52 images of Buddha, each showing different gestures. Now for a bonus. This is not a temple, but I wanted to show you the beauty of the Buddhaisawan Chapel, which was built in 1795 as the private chapel for the prince residing in the palace. It is part of the Bangkok National Museum, and it houses the 15th century Phra Buddha Sahing image, the second most highly revered Buddha image in Thailand. The paintings inside the chapel are the oldest murals in Bangkok. The panels between the windows depict scenes from the life of the Buddha.